Camera? Oh, hi, camera. Hi! Happy Sunday, everyone. Hey, Corn Dog, it is great to see you. I hope you're having an awesome weekend. All right, I noticed right before I actually switched that my microphone was being a little weird. I think this should be okay. I'm doing all right. I've been kind of stressed, holiday season, the usual, how that goes. But I'm doing well for the most part. I'm really excited about the new update. Also, TLD was stressing me out. I was playing offline the other day to try and wrap up some of my runs, and I got attacked by a wolf in 2 of my runs back to back. And I was between 90 and 105% on both of them health-wise, and I died in both of them. And I was like, if my saves weren't going to be destroyed on Monday, I would be so much more upset than I am right now. But I'm giving TLD another chance to redeem itself today. We're back in one of my old interloper runs. We've been just kind of running around, and we're currently in Coastal. We killed our nemesis bear the last time that I streamed. And so we're just kind of hanging out. There are no goals, because obviously my saves are going to be useless afterwards. I mean, not totally. Obviously I can still use Steam to go back and do the time capsule stuff, but I don't know how realistic it is that I'm actually going to go back to any of these runs. They're not really good runs at this point. So we're just exploring and having fun and just killing time. Got moosed up to my cartographer run and said screw it until the update. Yeah, I would definitely have done the same. I'm really sorry to hear about that. That's like when I lost my Great Bear Hunt run 2 or 3 weeks ago. I knew that it was going to be close. But I thought, well, maybe it'll be okay. And then a day or so later, they announced that it was coming out at the beginning of December, and I was like, yeah, no, there's absolutely no way that I'm gonna be able to get a new run going in time. And yeah, I was right, so now I'm just chilling, just enjoying Great Bear and all of the blizzards it has to offer. I don't even really know exactly what it is I'm doing here, other than obviously waiting for this blizzard to pass. We had started in Broken Railroad, and I know the goal was to make it to Coastal, but we've done that, and we've killed the bear, which was the next goal. We had talked about going all the way back to Broken Railroad. Maybe I will do that. It's something to do. Because I don't think it makes sense for us to go and forge. Why should I bother forging? That'll take basically all of today's time, and it'll be for nothing. Hey, Rock, welcome in.
Brilliant.
How's it going? Great to see you. Let's see, let's give you a shout out. I've got nothing good. Can't prep any teas. I know I was considering oh, right. I had changed that just to see if I liked it better, and it turns out I do not like it better. What is it? Accessibility? Yeah. Oh, I'm such a moron. I was so mad the other day because I lost a perfectly good run. Because I thought I had changed the struggle input type to press and hold, but I changed the interaction type to press and hold. Or to click and press instead of press and hold. Oh my god, no wonder I died! I didn't do anything! Oh, I was so upset about that one too. Oh, I'm such a moron. Hey Lily, welcome in. Like I said, my brain has not been fully functional recently, so no wonder. No wonder. Did the same on an old PB run. I completely misunderstood which was which, or didn't even look for the next one. I assumed it was for both. But that's really rough to do it on a personal best run too. At least with mine, it was a relatively early game. I think 15, 16 days, so not a big deal. Oh, that's heartbreaking though, but at least it explains it because I was so confused. I was like, I don't understand. I was at 105% health. There's no way. It was also really upsetting because it actually knocked me down to, it must have been like between 0 and 1% because I actually was able to open up my radial, and I had just selected the emergency stim that I had in my pocket, and just as I was about to use it, I bled to death. But okay, at least I feel a little bit less angry at the game, and now I can be more angry at myself because that's clearly a user error and not a game issue. Oh, I'm so silly. Oh, okay, I don't really want to sleep, but maybe if we do, it'll make the blizzard go away. If the weather isn't behaving, just try taking a nap. But the death before that, I'm actually still salty about because I was in Ash Canyon and I had the flare gun. I was carrying a torch, and as I was walking through Ash Canyon, I heard a wolf get aggressive. So I dropped the torch, I see the wolf ahead of me, he's in his aggro position. I point the flare gun at him, and I enter immediately into a wolf struggle. But not with that wolf, because he was still there. It was a wolf behind me. So I had two wolves aggroed at me at the same time, and I didn't know it. I was so upset about that one. That was definitely more frustrating. Oh well. We could just push through. I think we're just gonna push through. Picked the wrong neighborhood, it seems. I guess so. They really were ganging up on me. Oh my god, the wind is so loud. Okay, but from the looks of it, it's just more loud in my headphones than it is comparatively loud. Good thing about the blizzard is, of course, we shouldn't have to worry about wolves. Hey, Scintillite, welcome in! Long dark before the save gets deleted. Exactly. A fellow streamer, Trooper, has named it Saveageddon, and I think that is perfectly appropriate. So yeah, we're just hanging out and not really doing anything special today. I'm just biding my time until the release comes out. I'm getting more excited for it with every minute. But welcome in Reverb. Great to see you both. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, I also thought it fit really well. Trooper is a very clever guy. Okay, we're freezing, but that's okay. I'm just gonna let Astrid freeze a little bit. You should be able to find the houses up here soon. Gotta scrape a bit together so you can buy it ASAP. Well, I mean, the holidays are also coming up too, so maybe a good gift idea? Maybe an early gift idea? Maybe you could be like, hey, if you want to get me something for the holidays, you can get me this now. Hi, Rob. Welcome in. Oh, snow leviathans, they're the worst. Getting really cold. It would be nice to actually find the houses right about now. I have to make sure I'm awake. Yes, of course. Alright. Any minute now. We're getting closer. At least we have the logs here, so that means there should be a cabin or whatever up here. I can't wait, not only for the update itself, but also for the trailer to let us know what's going to be in the first part of the DLC. Because of course they're splitting it up. All the stuff that they've mentioned is going to be spread out over the course of the year. I'm really curious as to find out what's coming out in the first batch. I already asked my mom for 20 bucks. Well, I'll keep my fingers crossed that that she'll give it to you. Because I understand the excitement and not wanting to have to wait to get the cash together. I actually got a gift card for my birthday a couple of months ago, and I've been saving it just for this. Okay, nothing else in here. Oh, that's silly. I don't know, I guess we'll break this down and then maybe... I don't want to take another nap, but we might have to. We might even need to spend the night here, honestly. It's hard to know. Yes! It actually stopped. I love it when that works. Most of the games I want I can't play anyway until I get a new PC. Yeah, that was where I was about a year ago. No. Oh my goodness, it's going on 2 years now. Can't believe how long I've had this computer. But my old one, it was like, I can run The Sims, and that's about it. But I know that getting a new computer is obviously quite an investment and also takes time, so hopefully you find a good deal. Yeah, I definitely know that feeling. And it's really funny because when I bought this one, I was like, I don't really need anything super intense. It's not like I'm really a gamer. I just play casually, and now I'm like, I want to play all the games, even if I'm not good at them. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. It's kind of sad when you think about how much resources are being used even by relatively simple programs like browsers. You know, I don't usually go up this way. Pretty much when I leave Coastal Highway, I'm either heading towards, like, Crumbling Highway and Desolation Point, or I'm going up to Pleasant Valley. I don't usually go this way to go back to Ravine. I'm trying to remember the last time I even did that. It doesn't happen very often. And this weather is beautiful. What's going on? After all this blizzard, I was at least expecting it to be overcast and really cold and gross. Into a brick that can barely move. Oh my gosh. I haven't had many issues with 10. Of course, my computer came with 10. But I've been very hesitant to upgrade to 11 because I don't really like the way that it looks, and I'm a little nervous that it's going to give me some trouble. So every time it's like, hey, we've got an update for you, I'm like, no you don't, thank you. Thanks anyway. Hey dear, welcome in. Happy Sunday, I hope you're doing well. Browsers are more advanced than operating systems 5 years ago. That is definitely a good point, though, Barak. That is absolutely true. They can definitely do a whole lot more. You don't have to be good at them to enjoy them. Dark Souls player looks at me, so that was a lie. Yeah, you know, I don't think that I'd be very good at Dark Souls games. I mean, we saw a while back I tried playing Senua's Sacrifice, and I did the Hellblade game. I did finish it. I got very frustrated very easily and did not do a very good job. I don't know how long I would last with the Souls games. I think I would probably get very angry and just rage quit a stream most of the time. And Coastal heading to Pleasant Valley, trying to finish Cartographer. Oh, nice. How much do you have to go until you're done with Cartographer, Lily? I was thinking actually about starting with a mapping challenge when the new release comes out, because firstly, I've never done cartographer, but I was thinking it might be a good way to start to learn the new stuff that's being added. I want to kind of do something chill and relaxing and not too overly complicated. Chilly this morning here. You know what? It's been chilly around here recently too. We've dropped to the freezing point. It snowed the other day when I went to get my groceries. I was not super thrilled about it, but it was pretty. I wasn't thrilled about the fact that I had to go outside. I liked seeing the snow. I just didn't really want to be out in it. We're gonna need to light a new torch first. I don't trust this. I don't trust us to be able to light a fire with a 5% torch. Can never play Dark Souls, I'm already a hothead. Yeah, I think I would get too stressed because I'm just not very good at fighting in games. A few in Bleak, a few in AC, and all of HRV. So, you know, all convenient. Oh yeah, totally convenient, all right next to each other. We just need to grab more torches mostly. And we might as well eat these peaches. People live in snowy areas. Snow is pretty on TV. Yeah, I'm lucky that I don't have to shovel because we're in an apartment and that's like taken care of. And also we don't usually get enough snow to warrant shoveling. And I certainly don't miss having to go out and shovel, but I do miss more snow than what we get. Because I figure if it's gonna be cold, then I'd at least like to have snow. But, you know, we don't always get what we want. I'm just gonna pull all of the torches and keep going. With your streaming the unfollow tooltip getting stuck on the screen. I don't know, I guess it just really doesn't like me. I guess it just really wants you to unfollow. I don't know why. Please don't. I feel like I can hear something around here, but if anything, I think it might be a deer. I'm torn because on the one hand, I'd really like to actually do cartographer. And on the other hand, I feel like if that's all I'm doing, I would very easily get distracted and not remember to do things like forge or make clothing. I always feel like cartographer is something I would have to do late game when it's just about maintenance. Wolf? Oh, wolf bait. Nice one, Rob. I really thought there was going to be a ninja wolf over the hill. To take the stream out of theater mode and move my mouse the unfollow button to get it to go away. That's really... How rude of Twitch. How rude. That's why I'm doing it on my longer... Yeah, I think it makes sense. I think it makes sense to do it in sort of a late game scenario. I'm also not sure. I've seen some debates online as to what people are going to do once they release the new areas, whether they're going to stay in Interloper or whether they're going to play a lower level difficulty, and I hadn't really thought about it very much. I think I'm gonna stay in Interloper, knowing that I probably will die a lot more. I have to wonder, one thing someone mentioned was, they wondered whether or not we'd actually be able to spawn into the far territories, or if it's something that you actually have to travel to get to. And I'm really curious about that, because there are regions that you can't spawn in, especially on Interloper. But I have to wonder what is going to be the case with this, with the far territories. I find out all the new clothing. Yeah, I really, really hope they make craftable clothes for layers that we don't currently have. So like craftable sweaters or craftable underwear, craftable socks, those types of things. I'm not exactly expecting that kind of stuff right away. I might expect something like that to come out later, but I want that so badly. I would so love to be able to like craft my own long underwear. I don't know, like out of cougars or doe hide or something. I don't know. I'm also really excited for the thermos. I hope the thermos comes out in part 1. It's something I've been wanting forever. Gonna go up against the cougar. Loper, made up my mind. Awesome. I am really curious as to what they're gonna do with the cougar, how it's going to act, where it's going to be located. Like, are they just gonna have it in new maps? Is it gonna be something that you're gonna be able to find in old maps as well? Are we going to be able to struggle with it, or is it, if it catches you, well, too bad, you just gotta deal with it like you do with the moose and the bear attacks? I really don't know. I must know for science. Well, anything that you find out, dear, feel free to share with us. We will, of course, try and find the cougar ourselves, but who knows how long it'll take for us to find one, or for one to find us. Hey, Zert, welcome in. How much will a thermos hold? 3 teas? I don't know. I feel like 2 to 3 would make sense. I would hope that it would be more than 1. I also hope that we can use the thermos to hold like soups, or maybe even things like peaches and beans. Okay, I just realized that I actually don't have the... Going over this reminded me that I don't have the tool open for for quick spin. So because I hate myself, I'm gonna make sure that it's open now before we go over rather than after. But I'm gonna hope that because of delay, that's not gonna make a difference. Okay, we made it over. We're okay. Oh. My first time using Kevlar vest and noisemaker on a cougar. Ooh. You know, I have to say, I have not actually gone to use the vest or the noisemaker since episode 4 came out. I obviously used the noisemakers while playing episode 4, but I've never made them in survival. And I've never managed to find the vest because usually, well, the only time I've been to Blackrock in survival is when I spawn there. And I haven't survived Blackrock long enough to figure out where things are, so I know that the vest is at the prison somewhere, but I haven't figured out where at the prison. I pretty much go to the same 2 places in the prison, and it's not in those 2 places, so I don't know where it is. Honestly, maybe that's what we should do. Maybe we should just actually take Slopey to Blackrock. Maybe that would be a fun thing to do today. In that case, I shouldn't have gone this way, but that's okay. We can go through the dam and through Winding River to Pleasant Valley. That might be a good idea. Let Slopey die in Blackrock. In the trailer at the end, you can hear the cougar make a low growl before attacking. Oh, really? I didn't notice that. But I was just on such a high that I wasn't really taking in any actual details. It was more just like, oh my goodness, excitement. I'm gonna have to watch that again. I'm also really intrigued for the video that they're gonna release tomorrow with all the details as to what's coming out in part 1. Thank you, Rob. Could be a sneaky cougar though. It could. There's a lot of different ways that they could go about it. Like, it could be that it's something that climbs trees. It could be that they decide that that's too complicated to program. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know how difficult something like that is to program. It could be more silent and that you have to keep your eyes open for things rather than listening. It could be a struggle-based fight. It could be just a hey, wait and see what happens type of fight. I don't know, there are so many things that they could do with it. I'm really, really, really curious. It's a big cougar. Silent but deadly. Yes, it's entirely possible. It could just be that it just kills you. I really hope that they don't do that. I feel like Hinterland is better at balancing things than that. So I don't think they'll make it so that it's, you know, it just basically, if it attacks you, you're dead and that's that. Goodbye. Then again, a lot of people were upset with the poison gas in the mine at Black Rock. Because that is very much essentially, hey, good luck. I mean, obviously if you know that it's there and you know not to be over encumbered so you can move quickly, then you're fine, but it's definitely a one-way ticket to death if you don't know those things. I don't know, I guess we'll see. Put a cougar in the ravine really spice things up. Yeah, people have been talking about how there's a line about the cougars being in like mountainous crags of Great Bear, and you know they're saying yeah, so it totally makes sense that you're gonna find it probably in like Timberwolf Mountain, Ash Canyon, but wouldn't it be great if there's one in Ravine? You know, you waltz in, ha 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 ha, don't need to worry about wolves, this is wonderful, and then you get mauled by a cougar. I do think that would be a really, really sick and twisted, but also brilliant move. Let's see, I think I might just sleep here. Hello, Mr. Bunny. Oh, it's actually ambiently warm back here. That's pretty nice. Maybe I won't even start a fire until later. Let's eat the ketchup chips. We have so many teas. Oh, no, let's not do a long sleep. Don't know what I was thinking. You'll never guess the weather in PV. Well, what could it possibly be, Lily? Is it a blizzard? Oh, it's actually, we're still warm back here. This is great. Ah, Pleasant Valley, you never fail to disappoint. Could probably get 3 hours before it actually gets too cold. Oh, it's still technically warm enough. I wonder if we're going to have to worry about these little sleeps triggering insomnia. And I also really wonder when they're going to bring insomnia in. Is that going to be something that we're going to get in this first part? Or are we going to have to wait longer for that? I kind of hope that's something relatively early in the roadmap. But it's hard to say. We can still sleep another hour before we have to light a fire. Just read an article about a new region. Raph said the new region would have worse weather than PV. Oh my gosh. That does not make me super excited for the new region. I hope acorns come first. Yeah, I think acorns will probably come relatively early because I think they'll probably add it in whenever they add in whichever new region it is that has the oak trees, that introduces the oak trees. Made it my goal to live in the new region. That's a good goal. I think that's a very good goal to work with because how else are you gonna learn it unless you really force yourself to stay there for a while? Honestly, we should probably do that too, but we probably won't for a while. I mean, look, Blackrock has been here over a year, and I've never spent more than like 2 days in Blackrock. New region, Unpleasant Valley. Exactly. Need a cave, yes. I'm sure there will be plenty of caves, though, right? That's something they're usually pretty good about doing, is making sure that there's places to stay outside. We don't necessarily have to sleep to complete recovery. Man, these are terrible torches. Why do I have so many terrible torches? Some coal stocks in the region. I'm sure there will be too. It seems like it would make sense. I'm gonna look for some more. Hi, bunny. There's some more sticks right outside. Sticks? No? No sticks? Alright, fine. No sticks immediately out here. That's a stone. I guess I might as well sleep some more. I probably should have actually moved this fire so it was a little closer to the outside portion of the cave. Oh well. 13 minutes. Fine, we'll take the torch, take this, and we'll just keep on moving. Man, this bunny really wants me to smack it. Keeps getting in my way. Traveling light on my fur clothing set. That's the way to do it. But that's more of a do as I say, not as I do kind of statement, because I basically never managed to create a full set of animal clothes. Eventually. It'll happen eventually. Plan on getting some rabbit and deer gear before going to the new region, but we will see. Yeah, I think a lot of it will depend on where I end up spawning, because I don't think I'm going to like spam spawns until I get the new region or until I'm close. I mean, do we even know where it's attached to the rest of the map yet? I don't think we know that yet for sure. There have been plenty of theories about it, but I don't think it's actually been officially said. Has it? Did I miss that? Rabbit hat, rabbit mitts, double wolf coat, deer pants, and deer boots. That'll definitely keep you toasty. And the wolf coats are definitely lighter than like having a bear coat or the moose cloak, I guess it's called. Broken Railroad, to the best of my knowledge. Okay, that's what I had also heard, but I didn't know if that was theories or if they'd actually said that. But if it is actually fact, I'm very excited about that because I love Broken Railroad. So I'm okay with going through there to get to a new region. I do remember it being mentioned. I just, like I said, I couldn't remember in what context I heard it. That's the problem when you read lots of people theorizing and discussing things. It can be hard to separate sources and remember, okay, is that actually something that they've officially announced, or is that just stuff people have been assuming? Picked up mobility this time. My usual bear and moose coat. Ah, okay, so that's usually your combo. Gotcha. Yeah, and the double wolf is definitely going to be a little bit lighter. be moving more quickly, I'm sure. We're already freezing. More birch. Oh my gosh, look at all this birch bark. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Love it. That's what I like to see. I love birch bark tea. I'm really excited to see the doughs being added to the game. I know that that's such a small addition, but it's one that I'm seriously excited about. Just because it adds a little bit more of visual difference, even though it doesn't actually make a huge difference in gameplay. I don't think that like hunting doe is going to give you anything different other than the usual meat, guts, and hide. And I'm sure you can't craft anything different because really it's not a different species or anything, but I'm just really excited to see it for the visual difference and to actually get that little bit of immersive quality into it as well. Oh, we've taken so much cold damage in the past, like, 24 hours. Sorry, Astrid. It's okay, you'll be able to sleep inside soon. Hey, Blomster, welcome in. How are you doing this Sunday? I hope your weekend is going well. Let's get inside and sleep. Get inside, warm up, and sleep. Ellen Photo stated that the entrance will be in Broken Road. I think the broken bridge will be repaired. Okay. Okay. I was gonna say, I knew I had heard something about it, but I just couldn't remember where I read it and in what context. Gotta check under the beds for monsters. Okay, Astrid, lass uns jetzt ins Bett gehen. Back, ate something with my kid. Well, welcome back. We have made it to Mystery Lake. We're gonna get some sleep and warm up. Finally gotten better from my flu. Oh, caught COVID on Tuesday and it's been wild. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm glad that you're starting to feel better. Yeah, I've heard that it can be rough. My sister-in-law also got it within the last week for the first time, and man, she had a fever for like 4 or 5 days almost. It was just wild. So I'm glad you're feeling better. At least it's not a toilet leviathan. Yeah, for sure. Could you imagine? We have birch saplings, but do I really care about crafting? I mean, if we're gonna go to Blackrock, I should care about crafting. But that wasn't the question. I don't think I do. I don't think I care. I might bring the hammer just as defense. Because I don't really feel like crafting a bow and arrow. That's so much work. Maybe the new crampons will be lighter too. Oh, you mean the improvised ones that we can make ourselves? They might be. Blackrock has a lot of coffee. Okay. Good to know. I hope we can even make it to Blackrock. I don't know if we will or not. Neat. It's a lot better. It's meant to get well to the TLD update. Yes. Yes, good timing. It would be awful if you were just like stuck in bed and feeling absolutely miserable when the game came out, so or when the update came out. So I'm glad you're feeling better. Lighter but less durability, maybe. That's kind of what I'm expecting from it, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. A lot of the times I forget I have crampons. I'm one of those people, I usually will like wear them all the time. Just constantly. I mean, I guess I could bring saplings with us. No, this is silly, right? Yeah, I don't have any, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't have any cured guts anyway. I might as well just, you know what? Who cares? We're leaving it behind. Slopey is leaving everything behind. She's embracing death. It's fine. Or not as good as in getting more sprains instead of the gun wounds. That could be. Yeah, it could be that it does, or it gives you a little less protection. Let the doom sweep you away. That's pretty much what we're doing. On the one hand, I keep telling myself this is definitely the right thing to do. Don't try and save it, because I know myself. I know that even though it'll be an option to, like, use the time capsule to go back and theoretically use, you know, use these save files again, I know that I'm probably not going to. If I use the time capsule, then I will start something new, and I'm not going to go back to these. So it doesn't matter. But on the other hand, I'm like, oh no, I can't do this to Slopey. But I have to just embrace the death. Where did Slopey come from? That is a great question, Zert. So, when I first started playing Interloper, I used to give my runs actual names, and I also used to get sprains a lot. So at some point we named one of them Slopey because of falling down slopes and constantly getting hurt. That one eventually died, and so I created this one, which is Slopey 2.0. I don't really remember why we abandoned Slopey. I think it might have been because of a tournament starting that I just decided, no, I'm not going to go back. I'm going to start a new run. I don't know, but yeah, Slopey is just kind of the name that stuck for Astrid whenever she was walking on the sides of hills and constantly spraining her wrists. Oh, I actually wanted to break that down. Like to start over, the time when you have nothing is best. Yeah, early game is a lot of fun. I think, I mean, I could be a little biased because I've never gotten to late game, but I think the early to mid game is most exciting. But I have to say, I've never gotten to the point where I'm like bored with a particular run because there's always something for me to do. Always something for me to be working towards, because I've never gotten to the point where my character is just comfortable and just existing. Thinking outside the box. For sure. Yeah, I used to actually give my runs interesting names and backgrounds and stuff. I don't know why I stopped doing that. I should get back into it. Day 2 and still constant snow blizzard. OPV, how I've missed you. See, that's part of the reason I think I would be frustrated with doing the cartographer achievement, because you always have to worry about things like fog, which is nice and warm at least, and blizzards, which are just a pain. But on the other hand, I do want that achievement at some point, and I really do feel like it would help me understand the maps better, because I just don't. And I've realized that this is just a common problem for me in general. I get lost in games pretty easily. Especially if I don't have a map. Humans, we need to think outside the box. Cats, think inside the box. Oh, I love the fact that kitties are obsessed with boxes. I think what most gets me is the fact that this is a trait among all cats, because if you look at big cats, like tigers and lions, they will also just sit in boxes, and I think that's great. Moin Mav, welcome in. How's it going? Where are you in the time capsule at this point? The state of existing all the time, always just making the map, transporting all my loot to the main base to the farm until the map is empty. Ants will sit on boxes, but they don't actually get inside. Cheetahs will get in. Really? Lions don't get into boxes? I thought they did. I think tigers do. Yeah, and cheetahs definitely do. I just love that. I think it's fascinating. It just shows you that, well, cats are cats no matter their size. How was the tourney? I actually didn't participate in this tourney. I was on vacation when things were discussed, and I just kind of missed it completely, to be honest. So I just watched and rooted for people. Oh, I thought I at least had some. I thought I had some flare shells left. I don't. This is such a bad idea. We're going to Blackrock with no weapons. Wildlife Place gave big boxes to various big cats they had and watch how they reacted. The biggest ones that tend to be the top predator in their area don't get in the box. They'll play around with it and tear it up, then sit on it. The smaller cats that aren't top predator will get in it. Interesting. I love that someone actually experimented with that. I think that's fantastic. Through with the time capsule. Nice. I feel like you got through that really quickly. Of course, I don't know how many time capsules there are, but let's see. I think I last talked to you about it like a week ago. That's pretty fast. What am I most excited for about the update? That's a really great question and very difficult for me to answer. I think I'm most excited for little changes like the animal... Well, little changes in the sense of not like a new... not a new map or new objects, but I'm really excited for the refreshes. Like to see what they mean by making the loot and the animals more thematic for the different regions. And the tweaks that they make to animal behavior and stuff. I'm really, really curious to see what they mean by that exactly and how that actually impacts gameplay. Saveageddon. Welcome in, Mint. Yes, our good friend Trooper came up with the term the other day, and I thought it was very appropriate when all of our saves will be gone. Yeah, just like lots of quality of life changes. Exactly, Corndog. Just like I want to see what sort of changes are being made in that respect. The little tweaks, which I think will probably actually be really big tweaks. Also, even though I don't know the loot tables very well, I watch a lot of people who do, and I'm really excited to watch them basically be back at the level of not knowing where everything is again. I feel a little mean saying that because it's like it doesn't affect my gameplay that much. I don't know what I'm looking for and where, but they do. Quite a lot, but also depends how frequently you update and what goals. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point. It's not like every save file has to I don't know, survive 100 days or something. Hate loot tables, it kills my immersion. Yeah. I thankfully am forgetful enough that I don't really know any loot tables. The only one I know is I know that if, you know, I have the hacksaw in the basement of the PV farm. I know that that I have my bedroll here in Winding River and that sort of thing. Like, that one I know. But that's just one. I don't know all the other ones, and now I never will. So, you know, my forgetfulness actually comes in handy. It makes it so it's like I'm playing a new game every single time. Still a bit of mystery. I'm excited for how the loot respawn will work because that makes long time play exciting for me. Yes, absolutely. They said anything about what time it will release tomorrow? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like 10 a.m. Pacific time or something like that. Usually it's morning their time, which means it's usually evening here. I'm pretty sure I saw something about it being like 7 p.m. for me, but I'm not entirely sure. Steam will tell you though, for sure. Yeah, the launch date is tomorrow. Oh, 7 p.m. Thanks, thanks, Matt. I thought that was the case. Okay, I already need new torches. Maybe I should do that before we go out. Do it at the top of the cave. Is it also coming to Xbox? It is, but not for a while. So I know that the PC release is tomorrow. The Mac release is pushed back till January because they recently discovered some issues that's going to delay it. And then most consoles, meaning PlayStation and Xbox, were supposed to be coming out in February, and I think Switch is coming out in March. All of these, of course, subject to change, no official dates for the rest of the releases, but the PC release date is definitely tomorrow. Yeah, it's frustrating from a lot of different perspectives that it's not all coming out at once. It probably makes it easier for them to just focus on one platform at a time, or, you know, maybe two, but it's still kind of a bummer. I know that there are a lot of great console players here on Twitch, some who stream, some who don't, and I know that a lot of them are like torn at this point as to whether or not they're going to watch streams because they don't really want to have these spoilers come out and see what things are really like until they can play it themselves, and it's frustrating, and I definitely understand why some of them are annoyed, but it is what it is. I have to admit, I am really glad that I have a PC. I have to enjoy watching y'all experience it, I guess. That's one way to do it. Definitely a better beer. I'm starting a riot. No, that doesn't surprise me.